Tonight on the University Report, we will talk about safe zone signs being stolen across campus and Wednesday night's softball loss to Whitewater. Good evening and welcome to the University Report. I'm Austin McCourt.
And I'm Tom Hofer. Here are tonight's top stories. This week was the first ever Pride Week on campus. All this week, the Doyle Center has been hosting events to raise awareness for LGBTQ. Tomorrow is a Rainbow Day where everyone is encouraged to wear the rainbow to show off your support. For more information on the Doyle Center, find them on UW-Platteville website or check out their Facebook page. The University Police Department has taken approximately 20 reports of the theft of more than 40 safe zone triangles. These signs have been taken from buildings across campus, including both academic and residence halls. UW Police value each sign around $5, but the meaning of the signs is a value that cannot be measured. UW Police have instituted surveillance and various safe zone signs on campus, has tamper detection powder in an attempt to identify the person or persons responsible. The removal of these signs is considered theft. Wisconsin statute for state theft of university property valued under $2,500 is considered a Class A misdemeanor with a fine not to exceed $10,000 or imprisonment not to exceed 9 months or both. University police take these reports seriously and consider these acts reprehensible. If you observe somebody stealing these signs or observe somebody with purple-colored hands, please contact University Police at 608-342-1584.
Thursday, April 14th, the whole campus is scheduled to have 2 tornado drills on the UW-Platteville campus. Governor Scott Walker declared this week Tornado Awareness Week in Wisconsin. Response on the UW-Platteville campus will include interruption of classes in the afternoon. Sirens will perform the required evacuations to safe areas that would occur during an actual tornado. Alert sirens will also sound in the evening so that dorm residents will have an opportunity to practice as well. Oh, well, the sirens are going off right now. We have Tom Hofer live, so let's see what he's doing.
Coming to you live from the tornado drill. See, every spring we got to have these tornado drills in case of tornado like a couple summers ago. And if you hide in a nice safe place in the basement, it's a good place to hide from a tornado. Now, I see a person over here. Do you feel safe down here in the basement?
I feel very safe. This is a great idea that the university has done.
Thank you, young lady. I'm sure she feels very safe now. Coming to you live from the tornado drill, I am Thomas Hofer.
On April 12th, the first of 3 wine pairing classes was held in Alsvik Hall. The first week was about the basics of growing grapes. Next week, on April 19th, they will discuss types of wine as well as how to taste wines. Also covered will be the various methods in which to taste wine. On the third week, April 26th, the class will cover what types of wine should be served with different parts of a meal, as well as wine pairings for different types of entrees.
On Wednesday, the UW-Platteville women's softball team played a doubleheader against UW-Whitewater. The Pioneers lost both games by a score of 4-0 and 9-6. After the game, TV5 talked to head coach Lee Negrilli and asked her what her thoughts on the game were.
Well, the first game we struggled with their pitcher. She was throwing rise balls. We couldn't hit them. We couldn't lay off them, so we were going to struggle there. I think our pitching was good. They got a hold of a couple that went over the fence, but other than that, I mean, holding Whitewater to 4 runs is a good day in my book as far as defense goes. The second game got a little wild. We certainly hit better. We came out excited. We came out with energy. We came out scoring runs, and that's what we were looking for. Unfortunately, we couldn't hold on to the W, but overall, I think we played a decent game.
Your UW-Platteville experience like? UW-Platteville administration wants to hear from you. As part of the Platteville's reaffirmation with the Higher Learning Commission, students are being asked to complete the HLC Student Opinion Survey. The survey is meant to give students an opportunity to evaluate campus as a whole. It also gives students a place to express problems and concerns that they may have. A link to the survey has been emailed to all UW-Platteville students and will be open through April 20th.
This past week, the Knorr Art Gallery highlighted the works of the senior art class. From April 11th to April 15th, these exhibits will be on display for the university and community. Some items are for sale, others are not. We now have an exclusive look at some of the items on display.
someone you know, someone in your town, at your school, or where you work, is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Living with Crohn's or colitis means managing excruciating pain, a lifetime of medication, and days when they can't even get out of bed. Every day can be emotionally and physically exhausting. In fact, more than 1.4 million Americans are struggling with these chronic diseases. This year alone, 70,000 more will be diagnosed. Chances are someone you know has Crohn's or colitis. Someone like me. I'm Amy Brenneman, and I support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America. CCFA was created to help millions of us cope and to find cures. We all just want to get back on our feet and back to our lives. You can help by volunteering, donating, or joining us at an event. Help someone you know get back on their feet and back to their lives. Visit ccfa.org today to learn more.
Welcome back to the University Report. I'm Tom Hofer. Today we're talking with the newly minted Student Senate President and Vice President Matthew Castellis and Reese Paper. First I have to congratulate you gentlemen on your win. How does it feel now that the election's over and the hard work that you've put in has paid off, so to speak?
Yeah, thanks Tom. It feels phenomenal. Reese and I worked very hard over the last 3 weeks on campus campaigning here. It feels great to see the benefits turn out the way we hoped it would do.
Yeah, it's really humbling to see all the support we got. I mean, our demographic, we got more than 8% of voters this year out of the 8,000 people, which is really cool to see. So it's really, really nice. Feels great.
Yeah, so I read that you had won about 55% of the vote. How do you think your campaign won over more people than your opponents? Yeah.
I think the biggest thing between Reese and I is really going out and doing those grassroots efforts. We reached the students that normally don't vote on campus, which is why you saw such a large spike this year in the voter turnout. Last year we had about 170 students vote on this campus, and this year is over 700. And the reason that I think that is because Reese and I reached out to those students that typically don't vote in these processes.
Part of the mission that you hope to bring is to bridge a gap between student body and the student senate. Yeah. How do you plan on doing that on campus?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of really cool ideas, I think. One of which is actually doing more of those grassroots outreach efforts. So sending senators to other things that go on campus, so like res hall visits, or spending time in meetings of organizations on campus so we can get a better idea of what actually happens on campus throughout every single week. And we have a bunch of other cool things that we'd like to do as well.
Mm-hmm. That sounds interesting. I mean, personally, I don't really know what Student Senate does.
Yeah.
Could you maybe expand a little bit on what your role as student president might be?
Yeah,
Vice
so
President?
Student Senate handles everything student related on campus in the broad sense. An issue will come through to the Student Senate president's desk, and it's our job to decide where is this issue going to be best handled. So it might be something that affects only students that live on campus. Well, we're going to send that issue out to RHA on our campus, and they'll deal with that issue. But it might be something that affects a broader range of students. So for example, the concealed carry policy that's been coming through legislation in the last year or so now. That's something that Student Senate works very closely with to decide how the student body feels on campus about allowing guns in buildings and things like that. The issue that Reese and I see is that our students are already involved on campus, and so sometimes asking them to take another 2 hours out of the week every Monday to attend our weekly meetings, as well as 5 or 6 hours throughout the week doing things as a senator needs to do, is a lot to ask of students that are already involved. And so our plan is to use the senators that are already committed to our student body and send them out to reach out to the students that might not have that time to give but still want to have their voice be heard on our campus.
That sounds like a solid platform to go with there. What are some things that you want to see change in the Student Senate?
I think the biggest thing is getting people educated. I don't want to have to come across students that say, I don't know what Student Senate is. What does Student Senate do? And again, I think that boils down to those grassroots efforts. So getting both the executive board that Reese and I will hire pretty soon here, as well as all of our senators that come on board with us next year, to be very committed to going out each and every day and informing their peers, their friends, people that they don't even know that they pass in walking by them, to inform them, hey, Student Senate exists. There are issues on this campus that we want to work towards addressing, and we can't do so unless we have your help and your support and your input at the end of the day.
It's solid. Us here at TV5 are, we're happy to have you here. Is there anything else you'd like to add to what we talked about today?
I mean, I think the campus voice was heard, which is pretty fantastic. Chris Patterson, Rachel Hopkins ran a great campaign. I think it's evident again by the fact that how many people turned out to vote on Tuesday. It wouldn't have had those high numbers if both parties didn't do a great job campaigning. You've got a great leader sitting next to me here in Reese. He's phenomenal. As a freshman, he's already super involved on campus. And I'm really excited to look forward to working with Reese to serve our students next year. Hopefully we get a lot accomplished and really better the university.
Well, thank you folks for coming out today.
Yeah.
Up next, we got campus, what's going on campus. This year's distinguished lecturers, none other than the former basketball coach, Bo Ryan. Ryan coached the Pioneers from 1984 to 1999, where the Pioneers finished with an overall record of 356-76, as well as national championships in 1991, 95, 98, and 99. In 2007, UW-Platteville honored Coach Ryan by naming the new basketball court after him. The lecture is scheduled for Tuesday, April 19th at 9:30 a.m. on Bo Ryan Court. Classes will be canceled during that time, so students are encouraged to attend. This Saturday, April 16th, is the second annual Women's Wellness Conference. The conference is hosted by Student Senate. It is a tool that is used to educate, uplift, empower, and motivate all women. The events will have a series of breakout sessions and a keynote speaker. There is event-catered food for those who pre-register. Registration and more information can be found at uwplatt.edu or at pic/something. The women's, you can find it online by Googling Women's Wellness Conference.
Hunter Hayes is coming to Platteville on May 1st, and Campus Programming and Relations is still selling tickets for the event premiere. Tickets are all sold out, but general admission tickets are still available. They are $27 for students and $32 for adults before the concert and $35 at the door. Tickets can be purchased through the University box office in Alsvik Hall on the UW-Platteville website or by calling 877-727-1235. The concert is on May 1st at Ralph E. Davis Pioneer Stadium. Doors open at 5 p.m. Carly Pierce opens at 6 p.m. and Hunter Hayes performs at 7. Saturday, April 16th from 8:30 a.m. to noon, the Health and Human Performance Department is putting on a 5K fun run or walk to spread awareness of diabetes in UW-Platteville at Memorial Park. All proceeds from the event will be given to the Diabetes Center at Southwest Hospital, as well as the American Diabetes Association.
The UW-Platteville dodgeball team will be headed to nationals this weekend in Bowling Green. The team currently sits 12th in the National Collegiate Dodgeball Association rankings. This is a tournament that the team is always striving to get into. Platteville will be coming up against very tough opponents such as Michigan State, Ohio State, and many other teams. For more information on nationals, head to the NCDA webpage or on the NCDA Facebook page. This Saturday, the UW-Platteville Automobile Enthusiasts Club is holding a car, truck, and bike show at the Pioneer Lanes Bowling Alley. Admission is free for the general public, and anyone can enter their vehicle in the event for only $5. Food and beverages will be available during the event. 50% of the sales will benefit the Automotive Enthusiasts Club. If automotives are your thing, this event will not disappoint.
This week, we asked pioneers the following riddle. If I'm holding a bee, what is in my eye?
If you're holding a bee, what's in your eye?
Honey?
Letter B. If you're holding a bee, what's in your eye? The stinger?
Is the bee an animal?
What? Is it a towel?
Give me a hint, man.
I have no idea.
Beauty? Because you're a bee holder, right?
Yep, that is correct.
Oh, I feel like I've heard this one before too.
If you didn't hear Tom, the answer is beauty. Because beauty is in the eye of the bee holder.
Makes sense.
Thank you for watching the University Report tonight. I'm Austin McCourt.
And I'm Tom Hofer. Have a great night.